we'll see how to solve problems based on laws of exponents. So let us take a problem and solve it by applying all the different laws of exponents. So we'll take 2x to the power of negative 3 y to the power of 4 squared times x to the power of 5 y to the power of negative 2 divide by 4x to the power of negative 1 y to the power of negative 3 the whole raised to the power of negative 2. So we can first see we can use the law. Let me take a different color. We can use the law a times b to the power of m as a to the power of m times b to the power of m. So we'll apply this law to this term we have here and also to the term in the denominator. So this will be equal to 2 to the power of 2 x to the power of negative 3 to the power of 2 and y to the power of 4 to the power of 2. We will write x to the power of 5 and y to the power of negative as it is, and then we'll apply that law to the denominator as well. So I get 4 to the power of negative 2 x to the power of negative 1 to the power of negative 2 and y to the power of negative 3 to the power of negative 2. Now I see that I have so many terms here where I can apply the next law, that is a to the power of m to the power of n is a to the power of m into n. That is, if we have a number that is raised to a power and that the entire number is raised to another power, we can multiply the powers. So we'll apply that and we will get, so 2 to the power of 2 or 2 squared is 4, x to the power of negative 3 and 2. So we'll multiply. So we can write it down once again. So it will be negative 3 times 2. This will be y 4 times 2. I once again write my 5 and 2y as it is, and then I have 4 to the power of negative 2. Let's keep it as it is for now, and we will apply another law here and we'll try to solve it. So this would be x to the power of negative 1 times x negative 2 and y to the power of negative 3 times negative 2. Now using this law that we have here, we will multiply and write the answer for the numerator. So it is going to be x to the power of negative 6 y to the power of 8. We once again write down as it is x to the power of 5 and y to the power of negative 2, and then we write the denominator. Let's write 4 to the power of negative as it is. Let's solve x and y. So it will be x to the power of 2 y to the power of 6. Okay, now once we have that, okay, let us try and write all the terms in the numerator. Okay, so let me continue here. So what I get from here is 4 x to the power of negative 6 y to the power of 8 x to the power of 5 y to the power of negative 2. Now what I'm going to do is this 4 to the power of negative that I have, I will write it in the denominator. So we know another law of exponent which says that 1 to the power of a raised to m is same as a to the power of negative m. Okay, or it's another way of saying that a raised to power of negative m is 1 upon a raised to the power of m. That means if we have a negative exponent, we can write the reciprocal of it as a positive exponent. So that way if we do, we will get here 4 to the power of 2. We get this x squared that I have, that also I will write it as a negative power, which will be x to the power of negative 2, and y to the power of 6 that I have, I can write it as y to the power of negative 6. Now why I'm doing this is, I'm trying to get all the numbers in the numerator, solve them, and then write the final answer as positive power. So let us continue. So what do I get is, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to get all the x terms together, all the y terms together, and then again apply another law to it. So 4 as it is and 4 square is 16. This 4 square, that's 16. Then I write x to the power of negative 6, x to the power of 5, x to the power of negative 2, and then I have y to the power of 8, y to the power of negative 2 and y to the power of negative 6. Okay, so now I'm going to use the next law, which is, we all know that a to the power of m times a to the power of n is equal to a to the power of m plus n. That is, if you multiply two numbers whose powers whose base are the same and they have different exponents, we add those exponents. So using that, I get here 4. So 4 times 16, we can write down that. So that is going to be 64. And then I have x to the power of negative 6 plus 5 minus 2. That is, I have added all the powers. So negative 6 plus 5 and minus 2. And y, 8 minus 2 minus 6. Again, I have used this law and added all the powers. So what I get here is 64. So minus 6 plus 5 will give me minus 1, and minus 2, that will give me x to the power of negative 3, and y, 8 minus 2 is 6, 6 minus 6 is 0. So I write y to the power of 0. Now this is equal to 64, and what I am going to do is I am going to write x to the power of negative 3 in the denominator as x to the power of 3. I am using this same law again here, that is a raised to power of negative m is 1 upon a raised to the positive power. So I wrote it in the denominator with a positive power. And then I know another law which says that any number a to the power of 0 is always equal to 1. So my y to the power of 0 will be equal to 1, which is okay if we don't write, because anything multiplied by 1 is 1. I can once again, this could be my answer, or I can also write this as, because I know 64 is 4 to the power of 3. 4 4s are 16, 16 4s are 64. So I can write it as 4 over x. I can write it as 4 to the power of 3 and x to the power of 3, and then this I can write as 4 over x raised to the power of 3. So that could be my final answer.